Let us run our program, start debugging, and you can save it as HTML element and then save it, right? And then we can use different web browsers here. Let us use Google Chrome and check an output, right? This is our output. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Before starting today's lesson, let me ask you this question. Have you ever met with term HTML element? If you met with it, it's time to watch this video until the end. You will end with all about this HTML element, right? As I told you in this video, I'm going to continue our HTML lesson with lesson number 6, which is HTML element. As you see in our today's HTML title, is what we call HTML element, right? Now simply HTML element is all about statement in HTML web page, but you don't or you can't understand HTML element without understand what we call HTML tag, right? First of all, let me tell you about HTML tag so as to be aware of how you can connect it with HTML element. Now, if we say HTML tag is a fundamental component of HTML, which is standard language used to create the structure web page, right? As you know, and helps a web browser to interpret and display the content right in the right way. This is what you call HTML tag, fundamental components of HTML, which is standard language to create HTML page and allow web browsers to display a HTML document correctly. Now let me show you the structure of HTML tag. Simply, as you know, in HTML tag are typically composed of an opening content, an opening tag content, and closing tag, right? The opening tag makes the beginning of element, while closing tag makes the end of the element, right? This is the structure of HTML tag. I can show you the syntax of HTML tag, right? Simply HTML tag can be written as like this. You have to use this less than operator and then put here tag and also close it, right? This is the syntax of HTML tag. For example, here I can give you example. You can write like this. If we say HTML, right? This is what you call tag. And remember that each tag must end with this tag like this. What you know is to put here this slash operator here to open, to close this opened HTML tag, right? That is. Now, after understand a HTML tag, we can now jump in HTML element. Simply, if we say HTML element, it consists of opening tag, content, if any, and closing tag, right? This is what you call HTML element. For example, we can write like this. Let me give you a simple example of HTML element. when we'll write things like this. Let me delete this. Yeah, sorry, and I have it deleted. This is what you call comment. Example of HTML element. HTML element. Yeah, this, for example, if we will write like this, I can now put here like heading 1, as we have seen that we can use heading when we create title and subtitles. Also, I must end with heading 1 like this, and then here I can put welcome to element lesson. Element lesson like this. So this is the HTML statement. All of this is what you call element. Element is a combination of opening tag, content, which is this welcome to element to lesson, and closing tag, which is this one here, HTML side.html1, right? So this is what you call HTML element, right? Yeah. Now after this, as you see, you can create different examples of HTML element, and as you see, a HTML page consists the different or many HTML elements, meaning that you can define a HTML page as the combination of HTML elements. Yeah, now I can also tell you about HTML content. Yeah, HTML content. Simply, HTML content is the statement that written in the opening and closing tag, right? Like this welcome. This welcome is what you call HTML content. That's why you define HTML element as a combination of opening tag, content here, and closing tag, right? Yeah, that is. So other concept I want to tell you is what we call nested HTML element. If we say nested, even if in the C++ program or other programming languages, when we say word nested, directly means the using something inside of another, right? For example, when we use if, and we can use nested if by using if inside of another if, right? So they said that HTML element can be nested. This means that element can contain another element, right? And in general, all HTML document consists of nested HTML elements, because when we write this opening head tag and we end with this one also end of HTML tag, and inside we create title tag, right? So this means that we use nested HTML element, because we use time here was error, not time but title, right? Title was error here, sorry. Also here title, yeah, was this, because we used a title tag inside of head tag. So this is what you call a HTML nested element. Yeah, that is. So at the end of this video, let us use this concept in a simple HTML program, because the best way to run is run by doing. So now let us create the simple HTML that display like 2 or 3 statements by using these elements and the tags, right? So you can now use what we already ran, like we can use heading like this heading 1, and you can say that this is HTML element. HTML element. Am I right? Is this HTML element? Right, because we have both of opening tag content here and closing tag. That's why this is the HTML element. And also you can use paragraph here to display another statement. We can say that this is the end of our lesson. This is the end of our lesson, like this. So also this is element because it consists by end tag, start tag, and the content here, right? Yeah, so these are the main concepts you have to master before jumping the professional coding, because you can't understand the HTML editor without be aware of what tag means, element means, content means, and these nested HTML element. So the things you have to put into your mind is that the HTML has the unique characteristics. Like HTML is not case sensitive, because when I write like this paragraph here, also I can use this P. No matter here, uppercase and lowercase are treated as the same, right? And another one is to know that HTML consists by nested HTML element, because when you develop HTML page, we use the different tags inside of another. So these are the main concepts you have to know when you are editing a HTML document. Yeah, so let us run our program, start debugging, and you can save it as HTML element and then save it, right? And then we can use different web browsers here. Let us use Google Chrome and check an output, right? This is our output. So is what we already learned in previous lessons, how to use heading and paragraph. So this is our output.